Somebody is a little cranky on a Friday morning. Well, it's Friday and he has to work. That's one thing. However, hello, Miss Sherry. However, Zayner's maybe not overly happy because he doesn't like my new mask. I think that's what it is. And of course, I'm wearing my mask. He's not a fan. He is not a fan. Hello. Oh, how I wish this would actually work for a mask. Because I think it's pretty cool. Have you guys noticed that it is... Hang on, Sherry. I can't read. Good morning, Carly and Zayner. There we go. I can't see the comments. I mean, I can kind of see, but I can't really see, so I'm going to have to look at that after. Have you guys noticed that it is... There's 10 days left in August. 10! We're 3 weeks into August already. I can't believe how quickly the time is going. Like, I had a customer in here the other day and we were kind of chatting and I said, you know, when this whole COVID thing started, it feels like a lifetime ago. And at the same time, it feels like it was just yesterday. I cannot believe that we are already 3 weeks into August. Anyways, all right. I just wanted to show you guys my new mask. The monkey is not a fan, as you saw. But, there we go. Now I can see. Okay, Sherry, you were laughing. I couldn't see. All right, you guys. So today, I asked you guys. Well, this made me mad. Last night, I was trying to post a poll question for you guys to answer as to whether or not you vaccinate your pets or if you titer test your pets. And it's okay if you don't know what titer is. I didn't know for the longest time. And I do want to start by saying this is absolutely not me saying that I am an anti-vaxxer or a pro-vaxxer. My belief on vaccinations is that I want Zane to be vaccinated. I just don't want him to be over vaccinated, okay? And the way that I kind of look at that is, for myself as a child, I was vaccinated for smallpox and chicken pox and whatever other pox there are out there. You know, when you're a kid, you get your vaccinations. But when I was a kid, I got my vaccinations, and then I didn't continue to get vaccinations every year after that. So the reason that I don't get vaccinations every year after when I get vaccinated as a child is because I'm vaccinated and then my adult, like growing body and adult body builds its own immunity. And our pets are very similar to that. So I'm not ever telling you do not vaccinate. I am saying you need to be responsible. And of course, it's a decision for everybody to make on their own. But I want to give my pet, Zayner, or any pets that I have, I've always vaccinated. And I want to give them the best fighting chance to build their immunity system, or their own immune system, right? So Zayner has been vaccinated. Now, there is studies back to the 70s that when our animals are vaccinated at 4 months of age, technically they could be vaccinated for life. The vaccines that we typically get annually actually have a much longer work rate. I don't know what is the word I'm looking for. They last a heck of a lot longer than a year. They typically last anywhere from 5 to 7 years. So when I'm saying I want Zane to be vaccinated but not over-vaccinated, that means is if his body is already immune to what I'm vaccinating for, I don't want to then go and revaccinate him for things that his body is already immune to. So Zaner just had his annual vet appointment Tuesday. And so what I asked the vet to do is a titer test instead of a vaccination. So what a titer test is it tests the immunity, his own immunity. It tests the antibodies in his body to verify, confirm or deny whether or not he is immune to what the vaccination would provide immunity for. Okay? So what they tested for this past Tuesday was they tested to see if he was immune to parvo, to hepatitis, and to distemper. So they did the titer test. He is immune to parvo and hepatitis. His test results for distemper came back negative, meaning that his body is not immune to distemper right now. Now, as a city dog who's not typically around a lot of puppies, though he is around puppies because the puppers come here, and I mean like baby puppies, right? What everybody else calls a puppy. I call all dogs puppies, but like baby puppies who maybe haven't had shots. We don't know their history with regards to health and immunity. Occasionally he is around them. So I do want him to be immune to distemper because of his job, right? Because he has to be safe at work. So my vet currently is looking for a vaccine that is just for distemper because he is already immune to hep and parvo. So I don't want to revaccinate him for two things that he is already immune to. That's where the over-vaccination comes from. Now, I will admit, and my vet, you guys, look, I gotta get a haircut. My vet, when we chatted about it, my vet had said that oftentimes folks they're just a little bit more willing just to do the vaccination for whatever it is, $24 versus the $76 titer. And I just look at that differently, right? I would rather pay the $76 to find out that he is either immune or not. And if he is, awesome. And if he isn't, then I want to get him immune for what he's not. So in this case, it's distemper. And I've also reached out and chatted with Dr. John Robb, who is a veterinarian in the States. He has been lobbying the American government for decades, that we are over-vaccinating the pets. And the negative side of vaccinations, and maybe you've seen this, I saw it with Zaner personally, when I first got him, and we went for his, I just got him, so I'm taking him to the vet, I'm making sure he's a healthy little guy, getting his vaccinations, all the things. He was okay in the morning when we went, and about 6 hours later, I had a completely different dog on my hands. He was hiding in my gym bag. He was hiding in the closet. He wouldn't let you near him. If you touched him, he growled at you. He didn't want anything to do with anybody. Now, that could have been a side effect from the vaccine, or it could have been that maybe the needle was too big because he is a little guy, and he was just very sore from his vaccination. But there can be negative health implications for when an animal receives a vaccine or if they're over-vaccinated. And I'm not a vet, so I'm not going to list off all of the things, but I've kind of followed this for quite some time because it was my intention to titer versus over-vaccinate. So I'm glad that when we went to the vet, we found out Zaner is immune to parvo, Zaner is immune to hep. He's a healthy adult, right? He's a 7-year-old dog. So he is a healthy, even though he's my baby, but he is a healthy adult. But he doesn't need to be revaccinated for hepatitis or parvo right now because he has that immunity. So it's the distemper that we're looking at. Now, my vet, again, like I said, she's looking for just the distemper vaccine because normally distemper, parvo, and hep are all given together. And Zainer doesn't need the parvo and the hep. So when we do find the distemper vaccine only, then what I will be giving to little Mr. Zainer, it's always backwards, you guys. This is the Adored Beast anti-vaccinosis. So vaccinosis is essentially when we have over-vaccinated. What anti-vaccinosis does is it removes any of the negative side effects that vaccines can cause, leaving in the body all of the positive things that vaccines provide to the animal, okay? So it's not removing the vaccine, it's preventing vaccinosis, which anti-vaccinosis, right? So it's preventing vaccinosis, which is the over-vaccination, okay? So, sorry, I was just watching him. He's quite concerned I'm going to put the mask back on again, which he did not like. Anyways, so when we find the distemper only vaccine, and my vet just needed to find out because theirs, like I said, theirs is the 3-in-1, and I just want the distemper. So she's going to find that, and then Zainer will get his anti-vaccinosis, and that's going to keep all the good things to keep him healthy and safe and immune from distemper in his furry little body, but it's going to remove any possible negative side effects he may have from the vaccine. Okay, so again, I just want to be very, very, very clear. I am not on either side of the fence. I am not an anti-vaxxer, and I am not a pro-vaxxer where you must do one or the other and there is no in between. I believe that vaccinations are key to our animals' health. I just don't want to over-vaccinate. So that's my stand on it, and that's what I'm doing with Zainer. He gets a titer test, and that tests his immunity. So it lets me see, is he immune to the potential diseases that canines are impacted by? People walking by. Vaccines are key to keeping them healthy. That is my belief. And again, I'm not a vet. This is my personal belief that vaccines are key to keeping them healthy. I just don't want to over-vaccinate Zainer. So if he's already immune, then I'm not going to revaccinate for the things that he's immune to. And I hope that makes sense, you guys. Anti-vaccinosis, I should mention too. Whether your animal has just been vaccinated or was vaccinated 6 months ago or a year ago, anti-vaccinosis works to remove any potential negative side effects. And negative side effects can happen quite quickly after the vaccine, like what happened with Zainer. I don't know if that was a vaccine or just pain from the injection site. I don't know. But anti-vaccinosis can work immediately after a vaccine, or 3 months, or 6 months, or 12 months, or 2 years. It works the same. It removes the potential for the negative side effects, and it keeps the healthy stuff in them that is going to work to keep them immune to the variety of diseases that they could potentially come in contact with. So I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope I did justice. For those who did not know what a titer test was or is, it is simply there to test the immunity level of the animal to ensure. So then you know, as a pet parent, okay, they're completely immune. I don't need to vaccinate because they've got the necessary immunity within to prevent them from getting any of these diseases or illnesses. It is a personal choice. It is what you choose to do with your animal. This is what I've chosen to do. I want a titer before I vaccinate. And I'm not opposed to vaccinations. I just want to make sure that he requires it before I do it. So I just want to be very, very clear, because I know this is a passionate topic for a lot of people. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm pro or con or against or for. I'm not. I'm just approaching his vaccinations in a different way. Rather than just blindly vaccinating without knowing if he needs it, I'm titer testing to ensure I know what he is immune to and what he requires a boost for. So in this particular case, completely immune to parvo, completely immune to hepatitis, needs a boost for distemper. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. If you have any questions about titers or about our anti-vaccinosis from Adored Beast, by all means, pop in, give us a call, shoot me a message. You know that I'm here for you guys if you need answers or have questions. So have a fantastic weekend. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.